is the best time to start sleeping with a man? Here's the raw truth. A woman bonds through having sex with a man, because when she sleeps with him, the love hormone, which we call oxytocin, is being released in her body, while a man bonds through making little sacrifices for a woman. That's why I always say, wait a little bit before you sleep with a man, because if you're dating a man of who you believe that he could potentially become your boyfriend, then give him a little bit of space to do things for you, to show you how much he actually cares for you. But you should never count the amount of dates you've been on. It doesn't work like that. Like, oh, I've seen him 10 times. Now it's a good time to sleep with him. What's way more important is the intensity of the dates and what are you actually doing on those dates. Because the truth is, the more trouble that man goes through to be with you, the more he will start to have feelings for you. And once you see that you two are getting closer, then the next step is to ask yourself, do I feel comfortable with him? Do I feel safe enough to want to sleep with him? But that's not all. You see, when you're dating a man, but you're not yet sleeping with him, then it's none of your business with whom he is actually sleeping. But once you decide that you feel comfortable enough and that you want to take the next step, then it becomes your business if he's still sleeping with other girls. And therefore, it's up to you to make sure that once you start to sleep with him, you are the only one he's sleeping with. This is why a man's body count is more important than you think. Listen to this. If you marry a man who's been with many women before you, and you believe that that's a good thing, because now he has calmed down, think again. Because research says that men who've been with many women before they settle down are more likely to cheat. They are in need of external validation from women because that's exactly what they've been used to. And I'm sure that the idea for that man of settling down with one woman is very attractive. But if you, as a woman, want to predict his future behavior, the best way to do that is to look at his past behavior. Because it's most likely that he will repeat his past behavior all over again. Because a man with a high body count is not very selective in how he chooses his women. On the contrary, a man with a low body count sets his standards pretty high and he chooses very carefully who he wants to sleep with. So next time you meet a man, ask about his body count. A man will always treat you the way he sees you, but the way a man treats you is literally a reflection of how he feels about himself. It's like he's holding up a mirror and he's projecting how he feels from within onto you. For example, if you've met a man who was really nice to you from the very beginning, he showed you a lot of excitement and he was so charming with the way he texted. And he showed you that he was very consistent in reaching out to you. But then you see after a couple of weeks that slowly he starts to fizzle out. You keep getting breadcrumbed with his texts because now he texts less often and his text becomes shorter. It seems like he's losing interest and you don't understand what happened, but you did nothing wrong. This change in behavior has to do with the fact that he has unresolved issues within himself. Maybe he feels insecure about commitment because men who breadcrumb or who ghost often struggle with their own sense of self-worth. The truth is, when people have been hurt, they will hurt other people themselves. But here's the thing. Although the explanation says clearly that his bad behavior has to do with him and not with you, your job as a woman is not to help that man heal. What you should do is walk away. Because when a man is in a healthy mental state with himself, he's supportive and considerate. Because if you accept to be treated badly in a relationship, to be ghosted or to be breadcrumbed, what that says about you is that you have issues with your own self-worth.